Welcome, beautiful healers. Stephanie here with Tuesday Tips. What's this? A funnel? Have you ever heard of a funnel before when it comes to business? Well, there's all different types of funnels. And what I want to talk to you about today is the 6 steps to the marketing funnel. There is a marketing funnel, there is lead generation funnels, there's all different sorts of funnels, sales funnels. But what we want to focus on is the marketing funnel today. So this may be a new concept for you. If it is, just like a funnel, the top is where you want the widest exposure. And as it comes down, it's going to get more narrow, right? So there are 6 steps to a marketing funnel, and I want to explain to you what they are and how to use them. And let me grab my notes so I don't miss anything and that you get everything. All right. So when it comes to marketing, a lot of people just think about the promotional aspects. And when we're talking about the marketing funnel, we are talking about promotion and these 6 aspects of it. So the first aspect is awareness. We want people to be aware of you and your services and what you're selling. And that's probably where you're going to be spending a lot of your time and energy, especially when you're starting out, is in awareness. Just letting people know that you're out there. That is going to require you to get visible. It's going to require you to be putting yourself out there. And you're going to constantly be putting yourself out there because you constantly want to build awareness. There's new people coming into your world all the time. That's really important, is to build that awareness. And as I said, especially when you're starting out, you're going to want to make sure that that's where a big part of your focus is in the awareness arena. Just letting people know. And you can do that in a variety of ways. Doing videos on social media, going to live events, engaging in online forums and groups, and just really trying to connect with people and let people know who you are and what problems you can solve for them. The second is generating interest. So when you're generating interest, you want to make sure now people know who you are. Now you want to make sure that your interests are aligned. Now, think about it. Let's think of it in terms of breakfast cereal. Some of you may eat it, some of you may not, but you probably are at least aware of what breakfast cereal is, right? So the awareness is out there, breakfast cereal. Then we have to align with the interests. And there are all different types of segments in the breakfast cereal category. There's the kids segment, which is usually full of sugar, has fun cartoon characters on it. And there's different types. There's fruity, there's chocolate. My poor mother growing up, I was the fruity one, my sister was the chocolate one, and then the only thing we could agree on was Frosted Flakes, right? So we had to keep 3 breakfast cereals in the house at all times. But as we grew up, our interests changed. And not that we still don't enjoy those cereals from time to time, but now our interests have changed. And maybe you want fruit and nuts in your cereal. Maybe you don't eat cold cereal anymore, you're eating hot cereal. But as you grew up, your interests changed. You didn't want that sugary sweet stuff as much anymore. You may still eat it, but not as much. So making sure that your services and what you're offering people align with their interests. And you can do that in a variety of ways. You can do market research to find out what they want. You can evaluate what it is you're offering and how it helps people. What problems is it solving? And then talk to people in their language about what it is that you can do for them. Once they're aware of you and once you've piqued their interest, then we're going to take them to the next step in the funnel. And I can't spell, just FYI. I blame spell check for that. No, it's not spell check's fault. It's mine. Consideration. You want them to consider how it is that your problem, your solution will really work for them. Right? Again, let's stay with that example of breakfast cereal. It's morning. We're going to break fast and eat. There are a lot of options out there. So how is it that you are going to be different from all the other breakfast cereals out there that are available to them? And get them to consider buying your breakfast cereal versus the other breakfast cereal. And again, that has to do with your marketing. It has to do with what they want. And really speaking to what it is they want and letting them know. Cold cereal can be stored longer. Cold cereal is a staple on the shelf. You can have it with milk or without. It travels, if you're going on, it's summertime here in the United States. If you're going on vacation, it's easy to travel with. You don't have to put it in a cooler and all sorts of things, right? Think about things in your life. And when you're considering having breakfast, it's 90 degrees outside and it's hot and it's humid. Do you want to turn the stove on and cook over a hot stove? Or do you want to grab and go? And when they're making their considerations, you want to lead them to the next step, which is to take action, which is to purchase whatever it is you're offering. To do the transaction with you. We want people who are aware and interested to consider us and then take action. So how are you going to get them to take action? There are lots of ways you can get them to take action. You can help them get to taking that action step of actually making the transaction, booking the appointment. But that's the next step in the funnel, right? So we have awareness, we have interest, which is a little bit, not as many people. Then we've got people considering, and we want them to take action. once they take action, then what we want to do is to create loyalty with them. How do you create loyalty? Well, first, make sure that your products or what services you are offering really solve that problem for them and they're happy with it, right? And in one of my earlier trainings, I talked about how negative feedback can really be a positive thing. You know, when I go to Amazon and I'm looking at a product, I tend not to look at the 5-star. I look at the 1 and 2 star. I don't know about you, but I go to 1 and 2 star reviews because I'm looking to see what kind of problems people have with this item. But I'm also looking to see if the company responded. So if somebody, so let's say somebody took action and they didn't exactly get the result they wanted. If you took action on that and really tried to work with them and work through the problem with them, then people are probably going to be like, okay, this is like a real thing and this is a real person and this person cares about their clients, cares about their customers. So you can build loyalty with somebody without even actually them having action. Okay? These two I'm going to say are interchangeable. But for the purpose of, you can, but it's not necessarily that case. 90% of the time, people are going to be aware of you, be interested, consider you, take action. Then they're going to be loyal to you once you've solved their problem. So make sure that the services and the promises you are making your clients deliver on that. And then the final step in the marketing funnel is to get them to be an advocate. So we've got awareness, interest, consideration, action, loyalty, and then advocacy. What do we mean by advocacy? Advocacy is getting people to promote you on your behalf. New cereal comes out on the marketplace, right? Let's stick with the breakfast cereal. So again, you've got them to take action. They're on vacation. They don't want to cook for their kids. I'm going to buy the Fruit Loops or the Frosted Flakes or the Cocoa Pebbles. Loyalty is they love it. They can make it themselves. I don't have to do it. You know, my kids are older. I don't have to do anything for them. Awesome. And then you're at the beach later that afternoon talking to your neighbor and, you know, you're talking about whatever, and oh my God, my kids, they love the new Cocoa Pebbles, or they love the newest Frosted Flakes, or whatever it is. Oh, you know, my kids like that too. Maybe I should try it. Oh, absolutely. Oh my God, my kids couldn't. I'm surprised I even have a box left. You want people talking about you in a positive way and getting other people, piquing other people's interests to get them to consider to take action. Right? So these are the 6 steps of the marketing funnel. And whenever you're doing your marketing activities, you should take into consideration, where is the person I'm communicating with? Are we building awareness? Am I trying to generate interest? Am I trying to get them to consider me or my offer? and wanting them to take action. Am I doing things to ensure their loyalty? And am I rewarding their advocacy? So where are you in this marketing funnel with your clients, with your customers? If you're putting out an email, if you're following up with somebody, where are they in your marketing funnel? Have they taken the action? Is it just about awareness? Do they have loyalty? Are they advocating for you? So, whenever you're putting out your marketing materials, whenever you're doing anything that you're connecting with the outside world about your business, take those 6 steps into consideration and think about where they are in your marketing funnel and what can you do to get them to the next step. That is my tip for this Tuesday. If you are struggling with this, please, there's a link below. Take me up on a free 30-minute coaching session called Your Pathway to Profit. In this 30-minute session, we're going to talk about what you want, what's not working for you, and I'm going to create a mini plan for you and see if it's a fit to do more work together. So I look forward to supporting you more on a one-on-one basis. And until that time,